Hello, this is Vulturefire, and if I have lined things up properly, this video will be going up on the same day as my beginner's guide to Nayema, and I figured that I would record a depth 3 quick play run with Nayema to kind of show off how I would play the character with just kind of a random deck, just to kind of show a general idea of how the character works. So this can be seen, I am level 10, I will be using all of the passives. I wanted to kind of have a straightforward demonstration of how Nayema works. So we're going to turn on Quick Play. I'm not going to turn on any idols. This is going to be just straightforward as we can get. I'm not even going to buy any market items. So I'm going to go Battered Ramparts because I would like to get an artillery if I can. I think artillery is a very good card for Nayema to have. For Ether Plains versus Crystal Valley, this is more of a toss-up. I generally go Crystal Valley just because there's shiny new things there that I haven't seen as much, but it's not really that important. And then we are fighting Hollow Maw, so I need to be aware of that. There's no weather in Area 2, and both areas in Area 1 have blinding clouds, so that doesn't matter. Alright, so, going to start the run. So we get 2 cards to start with. Treasure Hunt isn't directly valuable to us, but it's so much fun. And then Restorative Shield, Rise of Winter actually could be good. I'll take the Rise of Winter. I don't think end of turn sturdy gain +2 is going to be that important. I'd rather just have the straight shield gain. The question is, do we need block? I think we don't. I plan to upgrade Incan Rituals. And then I also don't know that we need Magic Blast. Rise of Winter is going to be tricky to get working to begin with, but carrying the Magic Blast here is super risky. I should just cut the Treasure Hunt, but do I want to play well or do I want to play fun? I'm going to play. I'm trying to show off how I would probably play properly. I don't think the Treasure Hunt is better than the Magic Blast here. I think we want that early damage. Especially since we've cut the blocks, we are already kind of reducing our defenses. So we have an Elemental Cannon here. Elemental Blast is okay, but the important thing here is that we can get artillery. From here, I don't know that I want any of these cards. So this would be a more dangerous fight, and I'm not sure there is a payoff. We don't really care about any of these cards. Keen Strike is probably okay, but not necessarily amazing. We don't want to give it the enemies hidden. This is actually pretty good, though. We can take a Cloudy Covers. So we're doing this basically just in the hopes of getting a Cloudy Covers. So one thing you'll notice is, it's a bit weird, is when you swap stance at the start of turn, you normally get to, like, it swaps after the buffs trigger, but the first beginning of combat trigger, you do get, if you get the mana boost of the wit. So we started here with 6 mana instead of 4, because we got mana boost 1 for being in Moon Stance, and we immediately redeemed that. I'm going to start here by just picking that dork off. Then I'm going to get a Lunar Armor out. And I'm actually going to play 2 Lunar Armors here. But I wanted to play like that so that I could have as much space in hand, as many cards in hand as possible, as much sturdy as possible. We're probably going to take a little bit of damage here, but that's not a big deal. Next turn we will go into Star Stance. And we will have all this mana boost available to us. And extra mana. Alright, fortunately they didn't both apply bleed. So conveniently we can afford to play this, which is nice. Probably going to play that, pointing at that. Trying to think if we want to do... There's no point in Starlit Reflectioning. And we don't know what's on top of the deck, so... Start with that. And then it doesn't matter really what we get out here because we're not going to be able to play it, but we may as well apply the burn. And we're not going to be able to play it because we're going to play that. We have this evasion, so that guy always does a 2x attack, so we knew we were safe. I just wanted to avoid playing too many cards since we were bleeding anyway. So now we're in Sun Stance. This evasion is annoying. We don't have a good way to get through it. I am probably going to get Shield and Purity here, I think. Although I guess it makes some sense here to go ahead and Solar Flare. Get this extra damage out. I guess the reason to play this would be to get us closer to get us closer to getting rid of this evasion. Although I think the better thing to do here, that's unfortunate. I was thinking I was going to draw into Drain Life, but the Drain Life is not the top card of the deck draw pile, so that's not going to work. Let's actually swap stance and then Lunar Whispers. And that will actually let us get that out so that it becomes cheaper, which seems pretty useful. God, there's just all this evasion. I guess Magic Blast does hit twice, but that won't help through all this evasion. We can Starlit Reflection. Alright, so we've at least gotten into the non-temporary evasion. And we have Frenzy as well, which I guess is another reason to have done that. And at the end of turn, this will go off, and that'll give us value. And that'll get rid of the last evasion stack. And then we're going to start in Sun Stance. And if we have any mana at all, we should be able to Sunbolt for lethal here. Yeah, and we just have the Rites of Winter anyway. This first fight took a little bit, but we got there. Nocturnal Insight is great. I'm very happy to see this. It goes very well with our Incandescent Rituals. It is going to give us a better win condition. Overall, this is kind of the card that I am most looking to see. Usually, if I'm building an Nayema deck, my starting deck includes like one of those 2 Incan Rituals and a couple Read This guys, and that's just kind of how I am getting my engine rolling. I do think I want to get Tough set up, which means I need to change stances. I don't think I'm going to play any of these because I do want these to transform. I kind of want to play this, but I think I'm going to save it for now because, again, I do want these to transform. I want to be able to start stacking Mana Boost. Although, I probably overvalue that slightly. That is a thing I know, is that I overvalue Half Moon. But for example, now we can Lunar Whispers. So that's going to give us a bunch of shield and give us a bunch of mana. Top card of the deck is a focus, so copying that doesn't make a ton of sense. Our main goal is to play this out, which will leave us with... I think this is lethal? Not quite. I mean, effectively, yes, because of that. And I can Starfall, which will get us back to focus, which will actually end up working. And I knew it was focus because Nayema sees the draw pile in order. After you're level 7. If you're not level 7, you won't get that effect. Going pretty well so far. We're unlikely to end up with any strikes, which makes this awkward. Absorb Demise is not amazing, but it is mana. Are there any strikes in our path that we would want to pick up? So, Elemental Prowess, if we get it, would kind of incline us towards wanting to get strikes. But I think I'm more inclined to go towards a bigger mana list, although Absorb Demise is not big mana. We're probably going to end up needing to cut that. This is very good. We'll take absolutely Enchanted Stopwatch. And then I think Elemental Blast... And Elemental Prowess isn't terrible. I may be willing to pick that up regardless. But I think that's slightly better than the event here. There's a chance we get an upgrade here, which would be nice. Just all around, I think there's more potential value. I think playing this is worth... here's what we're going to do. We're going to start by getting Sturdy. And then... The nice thing here is Drain Life gives us a little bit of healing, so like taking a little bit of damage here isn't a big deal. Another nice thing is if you are an older player of the game, you're maybe used to runes doing 2 per hit, but now it's 15%, which means this 4x2 is only going to be 2 total status, which is negligible. Was on top of the deck New Moon, so that's not super useful. What we can do is do one of those, and then just draw all the cards that are over here. Am I going to be getting shield out of this? If I want to get Lunar Whispers off, this has to be a... I think I do want Lunar Whispers, so that has to be a Ritual of Mine. And now I'm just going to get some damage out here because I want that to die, and we'll just end the turn and save the rest of the mana for next turn. And the next spell we play will be critical. Because of the stopwatch, which you can see because the number in the top left is green. So this will create a Celestial Conjunction, which is a big damage spell we'll just have available to us. This is a little awkward in terms of how this shakes out on the mana. I think we just kill that. And then how much is, I'm trying to think if there's a way for us to quickly see how much, Sunbolt's going to be 26. That's not worth it. This is going to shred a lot of its shield on its turn, so we're going to just rely on that. We could draw 4 cards. That seems okay. So we're going to Starlight. I should have gone for shield. We're going to take damage here for no reason. There's no way for me to get shield now. Well, actually, that's a lie. I can swap stance. And then might as well go all the way here. And so now we just need to finish this jerk off, which should be easy enough. Starfall is worth an okay amount of damage here, so we can gain mighty critical, grab a Starfall. Starfall. We don't have enough mana to Starfall again, unfortunately. I should have... no, we wouldn't have had enough for that anyway. So this is unfortunately going to live and get to set up more shield. But next turn we'll be in better shape. And we'll go ahead and just get more Ritual of Mind out, because we can. Although, really, that was extraneous. Now we have a guaranteed crit again. We do have a Celestial Conjunction that's a little ways down, but we don't need it. I say, right before it turns out that we might need it. No, we're just going to get a Sunbolt. Get Sunbolted. Okay. Elemental Blast is expensive. I don't know that we can afford to take another expensive spell, but it's so much fun to have. We get a removal. We're going to cut one of our expensive spells. Elemental Blast needs more help than Rights does. I think we cut the Rights, though. It's just so expensive to get it going. I think I'd rather commit my mana to Elemental Blast. Although, Elemental Blast, like I said, not going to be amazing for us in the next fight. So one other note on Nocturnal Insight is that it can also create Rituals of Mind, which means that if we can't do anything with it, like we can't here, we're still fine. Yeah, this is only going to be not enough. But yeah, like, the change to Shock Rune means this guy no longer applies 10 shock on its first turn, which is obviously way easier to deal with. I still could get this off, which I might. That's not lethal. But we want to do that first, so that we can do both. Okay. Guaranteed crits. And now next turn we should be able to get a kill. Because we just need a Starfall to be for more than 0, or to draw anything. I think we just take more mana. We don't really need Celestial Bolt as much. Celestial Bolt is a way to transform cards, which is very useful against idols, but Celestial Bolt also needs a decent amount of help in order to transform cards. Like, if you don't have a Solar Amplification, it's pretty hard to get turned on, because you need plus 100% damage on it. And that's a big enough ask that I'm just not usually here for it. So this fight has the potential to be tricky. The main thing we need to do is, this guy scales up real fast. We need to make sure that it dies before its summons do, or it is going to murder us. I think we are going to need to get some stuff going. Alright. Starfall just gets us to read the skies. Just gets us to read the skies. We could draw all of our cards with a Starlight, though, which seems okay. Absolutely, we're going to play this. And I think we're going to... do I want a Lunar Whispers here? I think so. Gives us a decent amount of mana. And then we're just going to Ritual of Mind again. I kind of want to swap stance here. And then I want to Solar Flare to get that damage improvement going. Yeah. So now this is it. A little more damage. But I'm still... Oh, I should have played out the focus. There was no reason not to play the focus there. I just misplayed. So our main win condition here is getting Portent of Conjunction off. Let's just get tons of Sturdy because we can. And then this guy's applying Bleed, so we absolutely want to end the turn with Purity. And we get 12 shield out of that because we have just +2 from our passive bonus, and then we get the plus... We are at 22 Sturdy, plus we're in Moonstance, which is 30%. So we get a total of 44%. So we get a total of like plus 74% shield. So yeah, just a good time all around. Let's go big damage there. But yeah, we block the bleed. We have that 5% fake chance, which happened to trip. And then this turn, all right, that needs to happen. Kind of we want to draw like exactly one card, but we don't have a way to do that. We don't need to get Purity out here. We do need to kind of get Shield out. Fortunately, we have plenty of mana boost. So yeah, we are once again in a position where Star Falling won't get us anywhere. But we could change stances. Deciding what I'm going to do here. I think, yeah, I'm going to Sunbolt because that'll do almost all the damage we need. And playing this wouldn't have mattered because the whatchamacallit words. All right, 2 temporary plated. So the back dork is effectively taken care of. It is going to die to that one thing. We can get more tough, but we don't really need it right now. So we're probably just going to go Lunar Whispers. This level 10 passive that lets me... the level 10 passive is why I'm able to get a Astral card every turn. And it is obviously just incredibly useful. So we just outright kill that, which seems worthwhile. I don't think that's going to do enough damage AoE otherwise. Oh, but that will. So let's actually do that. Nice. Forgot we were going to get that. And then, yeah, we will just get all of this out, and we may as well get that bigger hit there. We are going to be bleeding, which is annoying, but manageable. And with the Summoner dead, life is going to be easier for us. All right, so we already have a Celestial Conjunction in the draw pile, but we may as well get another one. We're going to want to end with Purity. Let's just go ahead and get a bunch of shield set up for next turn. And then next turn, we'll just do a murder. Although I may be... yeah, it's fine. Yeah, just in turn here. Fortunately, only one of them set up an obnoxious amount of whatever. All right, so we've got a decent amount of burn out, which means I could Solar Flare, which I think I want to do. Oh, I should actually Lunar Whispers here. I'm just kind of playing cards at this point. So that will... oh god, it's so close. You're going to die to burn. It's fine. We can't get through whatever. We may as well Solar Flare again. Because now the burn's going to do 15 damage, so you're still going to die to burn. Alright, so now... can we support a Lingering Ritual? We can try. So Lingering Ritual is very expensive. It's difficult to get set up. But if we can get it going, it is very powerful. Cannon Blasts seem fine. Our upgrades are going to be these Incandescent Rituals, and the reason why is that I want the ability to get more growth out of them, because that's going to be our big mana solution. Is that if we can get the Incandescent Rituals upgraded, we start getting a lot more mana per turn, and that also just lets us generate more shield. With those upgrades, I don't know that we need the Magic Blast anymore. What's our boss? I I also could just cut the Absorb Demise. I think Absorb Demise is... Yeah, I think it's our lowest value draw because it is just gain 1 mana. And we aren't going to be summoning enemies, so we're not going to be able to leverage it, really. All right, I think this fight's probably less annoying than that fight. And then we're going to go through here. And we also wouldn't hate to have Lurking Presence, although we don't love it either. All right. Absolutely, we need Lunar Armor. And then I guess I really want to play that because I want to be able to get the Celestial Conjunction. And then we're just going to eat some damage here, and that's fine. Alright. Starfalling isn't going to do us any good. We would need to draw 2 cards in order to get to the Lingering Ritual. I guess it does make some sense to Starlight here. So I'm absolutely going to Ritual of Mind at least once. I probably should shield up at least once. I'm going to go and do that. I think we are going to get through it. Get enough to use this. Purity wouldn't hurt. That's just not enough. This needs to get upgraded or cut is the thing. Am I playing it just to get to focus value? I guess I am. The other thing is, if we can find a solar amplification, then it becomes good. We can draw a bunch of cards here. So I think we're going to. Alright. So that has to happen. And the question is, do I want to try and get this off? I think so. And I think I'm just going to go for a Ritual of Mind. Because, like, we're getting a bunch of debuffs here, but most of them are irrelevant. And I honestly think we're just going to transform straight through whatever. So we did a pretty good job reducing the cost on Lingering Ritual there. And then this will, that's not enough because we are weak. We absolutely need to get Tough out. Although we also need Lunar Whispers is the problem. I think Tough saves us more damage. I was wrong. That did not save us as much as I was thinking it was going to. And then... Okay. So we got that down. We did actually take way more damage than I would have liked. Which, I mean, I guess isn't saying that much. I would have liked to have taken 0 damage. We do have a Celestial Conjunction on top of the deck, which means that Starfall will get it. And we can use this to get mana. And then we can go for Starfall, which is going to attack you. It's unfortunate that we didn't get you completely out of the fight. Because not getting the kill means that we now have several babies alive. So that does pay us back in terms of mana, which is nice. And then I think we just take you out of the fight. And yeah, Starfall wouldn't do us any good. Just get shield out. Alright, we're able to actually just raw cast the Lingering Ritual here, so. But we would rather have the Drain Life for the healing. Because we have enough shield here that we're going to be able to make it through anyway. Now that I have 3 new moons, I can probably start using full moons to get mana. I should consider that. And if we can draw 2 cards, we can get to whatever, but we can't draw 2 cards. No, we can't draw. We can maybe draw 2 cards. There's a chance. That's worth taking the shot, because, like, worst case scenario, we Magic Blast and we win anyway. But so what we do is we do that, and there's a 30% chance. Nope. That it would have, because the Star Stance passive is 30% chance to not reduce ranks when triggering a buff. There was a 30% chance that that first trigger width didn't use the width, so we got to trigger it again, so we got to draw into the Drain Life. Pocket Sand is amazing. I'm very happy to see that. So this is a way to consistently apply weak, which is great. And we draw it without increasing the fatigue counter when we reach 0 mana, which is nice. So that's a way to... That makes it more valuable to bounce off 0 mana. And then here we're going to get artillery, which is going to be an amazing damage source that we're going to use to get good work done. But yeah, so you'll see here, we do that, we immediately get back Pocket Sand. We can draw into a spell, but do I really want Drain Life next turn? I don't think I do. That's probably still a little better, though. Oh, but this is actually, because you have that guaranteed crit. In that case, bop. I'm going to do that again. So I don't want to use up that Shock Dawn. Whatever. Alright. This is where things get a little awkward, that we don't have any mana this turn. And this is just going to waste that Shock stack, unfortunately. We can get 1 mana. Oh, wait, we can do that. And that gets us a little bit of mana off of Beseech the Moon. But we can't do that much with this. I think the best thing we can do here is just get a Ritual Mind out. I was thinking, like, was there a better way for me to use that? And the answer is actually... Oh, I could have gotten another... I could have used the Wreath of Skies to get another Beseech the Moon. I wasn't thinking. I should have played another of the Purity, Ritual of whatever, and gotten another Purity. So the problem is now we don't have a way to get tough. We can apply Weak if we can get to 0 mana, which I believe we can do. Or we can just Starfall it. That would also work. Or we could draw 4 cards. Alright, let's do that. That's not lethal. I think it's also not lethal. We have 6 mana here. Can we get that off? I think so. Plan here is, there we go. And then, there we go. Got the kills. Artillery is great. I didn't even really look at the other cards, but I don't think there was anything I was taking over artillery here. Elemental Blast is probably not worth it to keep holding. I don't know that we need the Magic Blast, though, now that we have the artillery. The Magic Blast is absolutely better than the Elemental Blast, probably, but... yeah. I would probably take Shield Wall, although it doesn't help us with our mana problems. But this fight has Bleed, which can be annoying, and I don't think there's any reason for us to take it. Top spell of the deck is Lingering Ritual, which we don't really benefit from drawing into right now. So I think we're going to do that. It just gives us 9% extra, but that's still better, I think, than our other options. I think we want to actually be in Moon Stance next turn because we want to be able to actually get good Sturdy out. Especially with all this coming in. Okay. So step 1. Which means that now we can get a lot of Sturdy out here. Trying to think if there's any way for us to actually do things the way I want to do them. So let's go. Only gets us 2 mana, but it's better than nothing. Playing these out would make sense, but I think I am more interested in getting this going. And then let's use the crit on that. And yeah, let's go ahead and take you off the board. Keep whittling on you. Kind of wasted my crits there. I should have sequenced better. That's fine. You got rid of the shock, which is nice. You got rid of the shock without actually taking any damage, which is the important thing. We can draw a bunch of cards here, which we're probably going to do. In this kind of awkward position where like everything I want to do involves I want to hit exactly 0 mana, but I don't have a good way to do that. The best thing I can do like here is Read the Skies and Starlight, which is going to be a waste. Oh, I actually did roll that chance though, which I wasn't expecting. And I kind of played poorly for the situation where I actually got that to happen. I think we're just getting shield here. I don't think we can artillery again. Do I want to be in Moon Stance next turn? Let's do this, which will mean that I'm curious if that's going to work with the Grain Life. All right, 6 and 8. So yes, we did get, and then because we didn't actually play it, we got to stay in at 3 for Stopwatch. The other note here is this thing is now dead to burn, which is nifty. Top spell of the deck is unknown, but we can find out. All right, that's actually going to do a pretty devastating amount of things. Hey, we're actually going to be able to Lingering Ritual, which was definitely a necessary amount of damage. Yeah, I would like to have this. I just don't know that we can afford that. We can justify the mana. Reinforced Shield is also fine. Or we can take the Purify just for the next fight and then cut it afterwards. That seems potentially worthwhile. You and your allies gain 22 shield and 36. Huh. That's just so much shield is the thing. There's also so much mana, and I don't know. It's one of these two. I actually don't hate having the other sturdy source. Treasures cost -1 is very tempting, but we don't have any ways to get treasures, and it's unlikely. Well, no, I'm just going to take the Brilliant Cures. It's by far the safer pick. Yeah, you'll notice like my Nayema strategy is not fast. I don't think I can play artillery here because I think I want to get this set up. I could play this. I don't think I need to. Doing this is actually not terrible because it will let me just get that off this turn. I'm going to take a tiny amount of damage here, assuming we miss the evade. Alright. Step 1, get lots of sturdy. Step 2, get even more growth, because again, I am trying to set up for things. And then this is now a guaranteed crit, so we at least get some value out of it, although it is still not enough. We are going to need to upgrade it, but I think we can justify it at this point. Alright, so we take some damage here, but it's an irrelevant amount of damage. Alright. Top card of the deck is Artillery, which I absolutely will Starfall for. They did way more damage than I was expecting. I guess we target you. Honestly, I kind of just Starfall again. I definitely can't justify that, but I'm going to. I did it. I guess I was mostly doing it for the AoE. Like, there's no reason for me to actually play the Starfall here. We could draw cards, but if we draw cards, we won't have access to whatever next turn. We can get extra damage. I think we're just going to kill you, damage you. We're just going to Starfall again for more AoE damage, actually. Bonk, bonk, bonk. That has been pretty good Starfalling. Alright, we don't have a ton of burnout, but that should be fine. Donk. Being mighty and critical, it's very important. we have plenty of mana to play with. Oh, may as well get a critical out. There we go. Nice easy fight. Ooh, that's good. This is an amazing card for us. It is not actually a Nayema card, it's a generic card, but it may as well be a Nayema card. So we have plenty of mana boost, so this is going to be net positive on mana. It is cleanse, which is really important for fighting Ma, and it is AoE damage. So that is all good things. I don't necessarily love that the upgrade version is going to use more mana boost, but that is also kind of good because it means it gets us more mana. I think as far as upgrades go, Nocturnal Insight, the upgrade there is risky because it means that we need more. The Lunar Whispers will then need 4 mana boost instead of 3, and the Ritual of Mind is going to need 3 wits instead of 2, and both of those things can be a problem. I think we're going to upgrade. It's time for the Elemental Blast to leave. We're definitely upgrading the artillery. I should just cut the Elemental Blast, I think. I keep trying to make it work, but I just can't quite justify it. I think we upgrade... Upgrading New Moon gives us even more mana boost. If we start upgrading New Moons, I think we can justify upgrading Unstable Blast later. I don't know, we can get to 8 later in the fight. I don't hate having this, but it does absolutely need to get upgraded if we're going to keep it. Do we need the Reinforced Shield longer term? I don't know that we do. Honestly, it's probably a Lingering Ritual, though. I'm not convinced that even with like the artillery that we can consistently get Lingering Ritual out. It is so good if we can Starfall it, but I don't think we can manipulate the top of our deck well enough to consistently Starfall it either. I don't know, it feels wrong to cut an Epic. It's either the Reinforced Shield or the Lingering Ritual. I guess we don't need Reinforced Shield. Find out if that was a mistake. So normally I'd be aligned towards Crystal Ooze because Crystallize is really good against idols, but we're not fighting idols, so that's less important. But Crystal Wave is still okay. And Elite fights are very valuable because they are a chance to pick up silver cards. These two are fights with identical. There's no reason to... I picked this one because it gives us some more options, even though I already know where I'm going after this. Alright, this is not going to go off this turn. It could if we Starfalled, and then I don't think we have the mana to do everything that we needed to make that work. But that's fine, because just getting that off is going to be plenty reasonable. Although I don't love that we're going to get... whatever here. I guess I'm doing that just to get whatever off. No, I think I want that mana boost too much. I don't think I can afford to transform that. I am doing this just to get extra card plays. And yeah, we're going to do as much to this guy as we can. But unfortunately, we are now going to be arcane leaking, and we know we aren't going to have access to our cleanse because it is in our discard pile. Which is unfortunate. So we're going to avoid playing too many cards this turn. We can play one more card, which is unfortunate because like both of these do nothing without help. I guess we do that. That's actually not bad. All right, I do want Sturdy here. I think getting the wits and the mana boost is more valuable than saving us the health here. Really hope we don't get arcane blasted here. Alright, good. So yeah, because now we're only down 9 health, which is easily manageable. Top card of the deck is Incandescent Ritual, which is not a super great use for whatever. I should have gotten out. I should have played the whatchamacallit. It's fine. We can still draw a bunch of cards here. You're dying to burn. We can get out Mighty and Critical, which seems okay. Yeah, worth it. Yeah, so now you're going to die to burn, so it doesn't matter that we are going to take the Arcane Leak there. I don't know that we need the Cauterize when we have the other cleanse. Again, we are... Well, we're going into Maw. And we're probably going to go into that fight. I guess that's okay then. Void Bolt's also not terrible. Elemental Chitter's not terrible, but I think we're going to take the Cauterize here. I don't tend to like Chandler's Glasses, especially when I have a Pocket Sand. And also it just like throws off our Starfall and our... like it throws up off how much Starfall costs. Thriving Runeflower, though, is great, and we'll absolutely take it. They cannot have our Thriving Runeflower. But 50 gold is a very low price to pay to just not deal with anything. Okay. So we are going to start by doing that. Which is going to give us a completely full hand of cards. Let's top the deck. Nocturnal Insight. Okay. Now let's get the critical with one of those. And now, let's just see if we can delete you. Not fully, but we did it. Good work. Artillery Plus is very good. Starfall's not going to do us any good here. Just get set up. Guess we can draw cards. And we're actually just going to go ahead and Starlight Reflection the Pocket Sand, which is minimal value. But it is better than nothing. And then just end turn, I guess. All right, we have... Yeah, that Dream Life is doing solid work for us. Lingering Ritual, I think, is absolutely not worth it at this point. Because, like, we're just never going to be playing it. I don't know that I can even convince myself that in boss fights we're going to be able to get it off. And we have a decent number of other damage sources. Ramparts is certainly not bad. We could spend a reroll here. But none of those are spectacular. Freeze Blood, we're just not going to be able to get value out of. Ramparts is certainly a fine card. It's a good way to get shield. And yeah, we're going to go here and probably reroll to get Crystallize. Or not. Crystal Wave. Crystallize is actually... It's a mana card, but it's not amazing for us. Top card of the deck is Mana Shield. It's not super useful to us right now. But... I guess I should have done that in a different order. Just thinking like I want to get out a bunch of Sturdy. So we don't have any spare mana boost, but we do have spare. We do have. We'll have Duet, so we can Starlight if we want to. Which I think we do. So. Yeah, we don't have if we don't have any space in hand, we just don't create the exhaustions, which is in this case totally fine. We can do that to get the card plays out, even though we're not actually going to get any value out of that. Change stance to sun stance. I think we try and finish that one off, so it's out of the way. And then we can change stance again to draw this. And yeah, like we're getting okay. I guess this got pretty close to being playable. So if we draw it again, it'll be okay. But that was kind of a perfect turn for it, so. Starfall does not really get us anywhere. We can use this to get mana, which seems okay. I think... Go and do that, I guess. Which means that this will not be a guaranteed crit. So we're going to do this so that we can get this down to 0 mana. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anywhere near as much as we would like against this Drake. But artillery will, because artillery continues to save the day. And we do that just for good measure. Goodbye. Yeah, Crystal Wave is a solid card to have. This is also pretty good. Even with relatively low card count, it is just a flat damage boost. But you can see kind of like as we go through this, like why I like Nayema so much, because we have just this we have a slower deck, but we have this very good ability to just last forever. We have a lot of resilience. Rampart is one of those cards, by the way, that I absolutely should run probably in more of my decks. I just forget that it exists. The nice thing here is we are going to be able to pay for that. We are going to be able to play for this, which will get rid of our curse. We could try and Starlight. I don't hate that, because now we can Starfall into a Crystal Wave. Which, go and do that first. Does the Crystallize just bonus damage? And stacking bonus damage is always good. Let's go ahead and get that out. Because, yeah, now we get plenty of Sturdy. And it's worth noting that the Frail minus 50% and the Sturdy and Moon will counteract each other. So we're currently getting, I think, still a net positive on shield gain. And absolutely will be after because now we're at over 25 Sturdy, which would perfectly balance out whatever. I'm going to play that first, so that when I do this, we get back that. And yeah. Deck is absolutely coming together, and our damage is now going way. We are now picking up kills way faster. This is a pretty unfortunate hand. Although I guess we'll at least get a cheaper Lingering Ritual. Do I want this in the draw pile? I think so. Absolutely going to end up getting fatigued here. Unfortunately, we don't have a way to really get the mana back that we want. I think we kind of just need all this shield. And we can Starfall for bonus value. Doesn't sound terrible. Yeah, we're eating a lot of curse damage. It's kind of what you get when you play out all the curses there. shield. I think we have lethal here. Yep. That's not super useful to us. The other card that we can drop here is actually pretty okay for us, though, which is Ghostly Scream. And I think Ghostly Scream is probably better than Ether Storm, just because it's cheaper and it will help us with our like play cards sub-theme. We will upgrade it, I think. And I will upgrade that. I guess we also had the Cauterize for that fight, and I think I didn't even play it. It may not have been mentally registered for me that we had it. Do we still need the Drain Life at this point? I don't think so. I think the big thing is like when we draw spells, I would rather draw other spells. Like it's Unhappy, that's Inspected Closer. That'll get us, okay, Stunning App, that seems fine. This is not super useful to us. This is Draw. This is a Draw Trinket. It's not the best Draw Trinket, but we'll take it. It can be very good for certain characters, but like for us, it's not the most valuable. Start with that. Ooh, top card of the deck is Ghostly Scream, which we'll absolutely take. Thinking through if I want to use this. I think it's fine. I do get to get out a lot of curse on the enemies, which is fun. And we could draw more cards, but that doesn't actually. That seems kind of useful to us. Let's work on killing you. You're not dead to burn. But the main thing is I want to get these new moons out so that we just had that set up for next turn. And we're going to get so much half moon here. Goodbye. And so much man boost here. It's going to be nice. And we're in good shape to get whatever off. Sturdy. Did I just get more sturdy here? I think so. Not the most useful, not the best turn, but we'll take it. But yeah, like Lingering Ritual, it just comes down to the fact that like so often we draw it and it just does nothing the turn that we draw it, which is not really what I'm looking for out of a card, I would say. Top card deck is Nocturnal Insight, which I think means we're just going to read. Or I mean, we're just going to Starlight. Oh, whoops. I thought we had enough space in hand, but I cannot count, which is not really a surprise if we're being honest. Should have played that out first. Although I am trying to avoid getting Arcane detonated here. What's on top of the deck? I should check that first. Alright, now we don't have to worry about I'm gonna go ahead and swap through because I don't think we really want to start the turn in stance at this point. Okay. Gushing Wound seems good. Astral Focus also seems good. This is a tough choice. These are both very, very good for us. If I take that, I'm kind of obligated to upgrade it. It also doesn't help with our mana problem is the thing. And so I think we take the Astral Focus just because like mana is our problem. And we actually upgrade a Focus for that reason. Okay. So There's no circle under the red, so that's not it. No orange blob, so it's not orange. There's nothing under the purple pillar, so that's not it. The blue tail isn't curving around, so that's not it. We can see there are little green legs. There are little legs on the greens, so that's it. And we get a j'accuse for that. We may take a crystal breath. We are absolutely not taking a corner strike. All right. Awkward stance to be in as far as getting whatever's out goes. I guess we could change stances. We'll think about it. I don't want to change stances yet, though, is the thing. Top card of the deck was, yeah, Stony Nap, which would be a totally reasonable thing to pick up here. I guess now I'm kind of priced into doing this, which is unfortunate because I don't think we have the really interest in playing that. But we are going to be able to get through that. Oh wait, it actually changed to attack plus shield, which is apparently what it's always supposed to change to, but it only, most of the time, doesn't when I'm playing. We'll go and get that set up, and we'll get shield because we can. We do not have exhaustions, which is a little annoying, but it's fine. Get some tough out. I guess I will go ahead and cash in this. Alright. This thing isn't actually attacking, so we won't draw, we won't deal damage, but we would draw cards. Which makes it a very good Starlit Reflection use. Now we have no way to get another, whatchamacallit? Oh, we are going to draw in two. I should have done that first. Oh, we changed it because it changed attacks because of that, yeah. So I think the weird changing has to be tied to idols. Because I normally am doing idle runs, and it normally, that's just my guess, though. Could draw more cards, but I think I'm just going to get more shield here. We're not going to be able to get massive value out of that focus, but that's fine. You can do that just for fun. We can draw into an Unstable Blast, which is okay. Not exactly what we're looking for, but we can do it. Now we draw into Ghostly Scream, which I think is more appealing. Do I just get the permanent down? I think I'm going to draw into another spell. Alright. Should now have guaranteed crits. So we can actually play that, which is nifty. Alright, we didn't actually have enough mana to get the shield. Oops. That's fine. We actually got Lingering Ritual off. It actually did good work. It is still just like barely justifying staying in the deck. And that is absolutely going to freeze, which seems worth it. Although I think it's worth doing this. And getting a Beseech the Moon. Getting another Beseech the Moon. Wasted that shock, but that's fine. I should have gotten this out and we could have gotten the kill this turn, but I guess we're getting a kill anyway because curse and burn. Mystical Bloom is reasonable, but Echoing Bolt seems very good. That I don't like. Yes, it did make spells cheaper, but I don't like the reduced fatigue threshold. That seems bad. That seems unhelpful. We are absolutely going to upgrade an Echoing Bolt. And an Unstable Blast? No. I think a New Moon. I think having more mana boost is actually going to be important. And I think Elemental Blast, like we spent an upgrade on it, but God, I'm just not sold on Elemental Blast. I think that is absolutely, like I was trying so hard to make it work, but I don't think I can justify it. It's just so much mana. So I think we may just want to take events going up because I'm lazy. And we don't have any protectors, but we have a couple cleanse cards already, so that's fine. And yeah, we are fighting Maw. So we're going to start here. I guess I can do that. What is the top spell of the deck? It's Lingering Ritual, which we don't necessarily want to draw into. This is online. Do I play this just to get the Fort of Conjunction? I don't think so. We are now bleeding, or not bleeding, poisoned. Which is manageable. I think we are going to change stance here. After we get the sturdy. Are we? Why? So that we can get... Yeah, I think that makes sense. Although, I think I am actually going to do that. Trying to think through how the rest of this turn plays out. We get all of the... Cannon Blast, which is all that I really care about there. I want to Starfall into that free Spectral Echo for value. Now we get all the mana. So you now get detonated, so we won't be bleeding anymore. I'm not sure we'll be able to even get that value out, but we have to try. All right, can we just get this off? Yes. Good turn, good fight. Hunter's Focus is great. Necromantic Transmutation is also pretty good, but I want the mana. And it's a pretty good mana card at that. Okay. So... we're just going to do that one. I'm just going to leave that be so that we can get half moons out. All right. So I could copy that, but I want to copy this, so I'm going to. And yeah, we can absolutely just do this. Next turn should go pretty well. Alright. Let's What's the top spell of the deck? It's Pocket Sand. That's unfortunate. Because it's not really what I want to draw if I create an Astral card here. Honestly, no, it's still not Sunbolt time. All right, now the top spell of the deck is... Oh, no, it's still not. I think we were going to draw into Crystal Wave, but nope. Now we will. Haha, you can't opportunist me if you're dead. I don't think we have damage on us, and then yeah, you're just going to die to various things. Patient Flame is actually okay. I think it's better than the other options. I don't want to spend rerolls here, I think. That could actually be very good. That would let us set up extra freezes. We do actually have to hit this, so it's not going to help us against the Scout. Yeah. So the question still becomes just like, do we cut the Lingering Ritual? And I think the answer is still no, but it still keeps being very close to yes. I think I'm happy with the deck as we have it. All right, let's get the powerful out first. Doing that turns on Patient Flame. Okay. And ta-da! We successfully got all of the You were unfortunately setting up evasion, but overall I'm still pretty happy with that turn. You just want to get cut, don't you? Unfortunately, we didn't get the kill on that turn, so it's now back to the 100% evasion chance that Hidden gives it. To be clear, that is a joke. I'm trying to kind of aim this as being more of a explaining series, and so I should explain. Hidden is only a 50% evade chance. It just feels like a 100% evade chance. See? 100% evade chance. Just Starlit Reflection that for fun. Should give us so many... Whatever. Yeah, see, it's just never getting hit. Fortunately, it is now out of Hidden, and we should be able to murder it now. Yeah, because that'll do it. Dead of Night is basically always good. We don't have the tools to make Resonating Blast good here. So yeah, we'll just take the Dead of Night. That's kind of the best card we could have hoped for there. And then here we're probably just going to take the... We're going to either take not a monster card or we're going to take Corrupted Font. Corrupted Font is super risky, but I may do it anyway. Because it is very good. We would draw into Unstable Blast, which we can't get value out of right now. Guess we're just going to do that. Feel like we don't really have a better option. Although, doing this actually makes a lot of sense because it means we get stuff. So now I am going, now we do, I should have done this, sequence this differently, but now we got actually a decent amount of buff there. And the most important thing is that we blocked some of that curse. Okay, so yeah, now we're going to... I'm pretty sure we're just going to draw cards here. Yeah. So that's absolutely happening. Just really a matter of sequencing at this point. But yeah, so that gets rid of the curse that was remaining. We just get a bunch of sturdy here. And we can do that for good measure. So we're hidden. Which for us is like a 5% evade chance. Alright. Yeah, we're not going to be able to actually play the real one. But that's okay. We get the freeze there. Actually, I don't really want to freeze here right now. This doesn't give me enough value. Because we're going to take a little bit of damage here, but it's not enough to care a ton about. Because we don't lose any recoverable. Do we still have any ways to heal though in the actual deck? We may not. Oh, we do. We have the Stony Nap, which I haven't played yet. Because I'm clever. And I think through these things. I am not, and I don't. Deciding if I want to just Solar Mastery for a bunch. That doesn't seem like the most useful thing at this point. Oh, whoops, that one's not... That thing has to target something that's attacking. I am awake. It's an awkward position where, like, I can change stances, but then, there's just no way for me to avoid taking damage there. I just needed to get this out. Royal Coffer seems fun. Is this better than... I know we have a pretty good set of trinkets, actually. I don't know that I'm necessarily interested in replacing any of them with Shield Bot. Yeah, and I absolutely would rather have the Glacial Staff than that. I'm probably spend like one reroll here. That seems good. Absolutely, we're going to upgrade Royal Coffers. I think that's an upgrade that's worthwhile. And then I think we're going to upgrade the Focus. And debating cutting the Mana Shield. No, I can't afford to cut mana. There's no way I can afford to cut mana. And like this is so useful in how flexible it is. We may not actually need the Dead of Night. Thinking about it. Okay, so we can do either of these fights. I think this fight is slightly less obnoxious. And we don't really care about any of the cards from that. And we're going to go this way because I want to take I want to take this fight and I want to take this event. We can force out an Ossifying Strike here, which wouldn't be bad. Let's see if we get out of that first. Cool. So, one advantage here is that I am going to be able to get some Sturdy out, get some Mighty, get some Powerful, get some Mana, get some Draw, just get some of everything. Should check what I was going to be drawing into, but sounds dangerously like planning, and I don't approve of planning. So that draws, but doesn't do anything else. That's fine. I would like to be able to copy that, but I don't really have the ability to do that. And then we just end the turn. So yeah, Royal Coffers was net, like we spent 1 mana, we drew 4 cards, we got a Powerful. That seems good. 1 mana draw 4 seems like a reasonable thing to have happen. I think I want... Oh no, we're actually in an amazing position to Starfall. We're finally going to get to actually do this. Look at this delicious Starfall damage. We're even going to change stance so we can get the extra bonus damage. Boom. Delicious. I guess we may as well just like play cards out to just get that bleed damage. See if we can get this kill this turn. Yep. So yeah, I had been failing to set that up most of the time, but when it actually happens, it's pretty dang good. We will take Ossifying Strike. It is a way to get Powerful, which is not bad, and then we'll just probably cut it later. We could get... Is a Clear Focus valuable enough here? Is it worth taking the extra fight for? Or we can just upgrade a skill, which would be... like Ramparts, I guess? I don't think I need to heal. And yeah, that's just extra shield, which is nice. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Like, the curse damage on enemies is okay, but like the starting Doom is way more of a hassle than it's worth, I think. That doesn't seem great. This fight could be annoying, but we'll see. This is where we do see the downside of Patient Flame, though, which is that, like, if we actually, for whatever reason, can't set things on fire, we don't get any value. We do at least get to, I guess, get the fire to turn. So it's not totally dead, but it is a whole lot worse. Because we don't directly get a whole lot of value from setting things on fire. It's obviously not bad for us, but it's not amazing either. We could Starfall here. The difference between Starfalling and just Starlight Reflectioning that. I like the idea of getting out just a lot of Crystallize here. I guess I can still Starfall. And that's worth it, even if it gets us a little bit more poison, because it means that we don't have to deal with that. Probably are going to need to cash in for shield here. About what I expected. Yeah, this is just not quite online. I could draw into setting it up. I guess that's fine. Especially because now we can do this, which is going to be amazing for it, because it's going to be 8 card plays. Get more shield, sturdy. Random status. Hey! We got rid of one of the hidden there. Could draw more cards, but I don't think I want to right now. Get more powerful mighty out, sure. I could just, yeah, I could draw a bunch more cards, but I think I'm fine waiting for that for next turn. Let's just set that up for now. And let's see if we get lucky. Never. 100% of a chance, I'm telling you. Alright, so we have this. Let's pull you out of hidden. Or it's not pull you out of hidden. Let's just dome you for damage, because I can. That is going to kill you, which seems good. I should have copied that. Although I guess copying this is also pretty good. And donk. And none of that's super useful. That's fine. Actually, you know, that is, we can actually force that to happen with the, because of stopwatch. Right, Let's go and do that, actually. I'm gonna get lots of sturdy up. Delicious. And seems like a good place to be. I do want mighty and critical here. So that is not going to be a crit, but now this will. And now we have this guaranteed crits because we have, we're now hidden. We are going to like use up all our hidden here, but we get a ton of damage out of it. So that seems fine. Sure, we can just echo a couple times. Should have taken the mana, probably. Shall just take draw, probably, if it's offered. No luck. Yeah, we just unbolt. That works. Goodbye. 309 damage. I think we want the mana card here. Regrowth is also not bad, but I just want Dark Focus because it's very good. Sublime Blast I maybe should have spent more than 0 seconds considering. I don't think we actually need Ossifying Strike. And I could rest, but we're just going to go into this final fight. I feel pretty good. This is just step 3. There are no idols involved, so that always helps. Draw one card, try as we can. Get sturdy up. I would like to have artillery going. So I need to draw a couple more cards here. Get that up. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that we have Lingering Ritual here ready to roll, almost. And yeah, we may as well do that. And now, bonk bonk. Get even more sturdy because we can. And I don't think we're going to need that later. There's obviously a very good opening turn. Lingering Ritual, justifying keeping it in the deck. Absolutely, we're going to Starlight Reflection the J'accuse. I think Starlight Reflection again. Because actually we kind of like to draw into some of these instead of just a bunch of curse. More value. We're going to get mana and shield here. But then we are, I think, going to Starfall or Starlight. And then Worth It. And we could play this out, but I think we're fine here. And we get to stay hidden. Hidden means 0% of egg chance for us. Not that it matters a ton at this point. I guess these are the reason that we should have kept the whatever strike. I just don't think it's going to matter. We can draw into Ghostly Scream, which seems fun. And now we can draw into just Pocket Sand. But it draws us closer to the thing we actually want. Yeah, which is the Lingering Ritual. So we absolutely want to obviously force a crit on the Lingering Ritual. 341 damage. Not bad. And yeah, there are no strikes to draw, but that's fine. And we have almost but not quite lethal. I probably could have gotten lethal if I'd used those. But I'm fine waiting extra turn. And yeah, so we had a very slow couple earlier fights, but I obviously things have sped up quite a bit. So we kind of want to change stances. I also just kind of want to... Oh, sweet. Super Crown. Which is... I'm trying to think if that's lethal or not. It's not lethal, but it's dang close. Alright, so now we need basically anything. Got that screenshot. Get the kill. Get that final screenshot. And that's the run. So yeah, I hope this was useful in terms of like showing how Nayema can kind of work. You start kind of slow, but then you put together a plan for how you're going to win the whole run, and you do it. And you just have tons of mana, tons of cards, tons of damage, all around good stuff. And you have a fun time. So that's going to be it for this video. I will see you next time. Toodles.